The Veterans Only Speech class came about and listening to a person who had been deployed twice in Iraq. When he's telling the story and he's talking about going on patrol, all of a sudden you could see it in his eyes. From that moment on, I was on a mission that I wanted to have at least one, if not two, speech classes. So if people could come together and share some of those stories, they would be around people who could understand those and relate to them. We know who's going to go first. When I came up with this idea, I went to my dean and I said, hey, this is what I want to do. And she said three things. Go for it.
This is my favorite class because we all have a lot of stuff in common. We joke with one another, we chill with one another. So how are we doing this? I served for 4 years in the Army. I was a 13 Foxtrot. I was in Korea for a year. I served in Iraq for a year. Because I've been through a lot through my military career, I can relate more to the students in an all-veterans class.
Normally when you talk to veterans, they don't talk about what they did. You know, they're trying to get on with their lives. But in this class, everybody is coming forward. If somebody doesn't understand something in the class, everybody jumps in to want to help that person.
I went into the Marine Corps in 2006. I was an NCO at IPAC, which is our admin shop for the entire base. When I got promoted, I was put in charge of all the killed in action and missing in action. So my job became overseeing all of the guys who were deployed, anything that happened to them. I was the one that put together all the paperwork for the Marine Corps, for the families. It was rough sometimes, get late night calls and tough things to put together, but it's really nice being in a group that understands where you're coming from and what you've been through. And I think a lot of veterans worry about being in classes where the teachers will, be different with them, or the students will be different with them, and we don't have to worry about that. So we go in there knowing that we're not being judged, we're not being looked at differently or treated differently. We're just all there for to learn.
This class has helped me with my ability to stand in front of audiences and speak. This pretty much sums up our mission in Iraq. Before I started the class, my knees would buckle, my voice would quiver, but now I have a better confidence in speaking in front of people.
All right, let's get tight hand at the count of three. 1, 2, 3.
They are comfortable being around people who have experienced what they've experienced.
If I had the option to have all veteran classes, I would choose all of them.
So that's just another thing that I love about Valencia, and one of the things that we're doing is to support our veterans coming back and transitioning back into education, because speech is a requirement. And nobody wants to be there, but they don't mind it after they leave.